So I've had a few people reach out to me over the last 24 hours and speaking to people inside Keller Williams as well to get an opinion on what's happened over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Obviously, with external factors, obviously more to do with the government and what's going on with interest rates and etc. And I think it's safe to say that we're now in a shift of the market, right? And every area will differ. Some areas won't be as affected, and other areas will. We'll see drop in transactions in most areas, and then depending on the demand, we'll see some prices drop off as well. So we're definitely in a shift, definitely towards a neutral from a seller's market, and we may end up in quite an aggressive buyer's market as well. But I was asked my opinion on some companies which are obviously reacting to the market already. Now, there's a really touchy subject, and I completely understand why. There's no doubt that there'll be some companies out there at the moment which are going to be considering redundancies and making some real tough decisions, and some of them have already acted in that way. But I was thinking about this, and is it the owners, the board, the decision makers who are wrong? And like, it feels awful when you're let go that way. So I totally understand that. But is it, I suppose it might be different company to company, but is this their individual, is it them as individuals that they're at fault for letting these people go? Or is it just a model that they're in? So putting a personal story behind that. So, I mean, my previous business, did we at any stage have to consider letting people go because of external factors in the business? And the answer was yes. That's just the reality of what had to happen, because our model didn't allow us to reward the great team that we had in the way that we wanted. And in challenging times, you're kind of forced to react as the business owners. So is the issue not necessarily against the individuals, but the fact that the model forces these decisions? I suppose that's the thought that comes across to me. And it's partly why I adopted a self-employed model at Keller Williams, because our agents become the customers and they're rewarded and can influence their own futures, where without that, as we're seeing, is that some people will have no control over their own situation, which is just an awful experience for so many people. I suppose when I was asked about this earlier today, my biggest concern is the fact that we'll probably lose some real top quality people that may even decide to leave the industry completely. That tends to happen in these situations, and I really hope that's kept to an absolute minimum, because we want to improve the standards within our industry, right? We all want that. And yeah, I suppose that's my thought, really. A little slightly controversial in there. There's probably a bit of a question out there to people, but that's my thought for the day. Is it the individuals, or is it just the fact that they have no options, some of these people?